Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. もう一度。はじめまして。はじめまして。ちょっと待って。今ので。はじめまして。私はアルマです。私はアルマです。はい。どうぞよろしくお願いします。はい。Okay, so this is our first introduction to the Japanese language. And it is super simple to pronounce, it is super simple to remember, but we are going to look at some vocabulary and we're going to see the greetings that I just said. Let me just share my screen. If you could tell me if you can see it, it would be very good for me. Can you see my screen?
Sí.
Yeah, okay. So the greeting, the first greeting that I told you, hajimemashite, hajimemashite. And then I said, watashi wa alma desu. Watashi wa alma desu. Dozo yoroshiku. Okay, so what is this? Well, this is our first greeting. Hajimemashite, hajimemashite. Okay, don't be worried about the pronunciation. It is really, really simple. Just give me a second. Okay. More people are coming in. Okay, so we're going to do hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. Okay, everyone, please. Hajimemashite.
Hajimemashite.
Hajimemashite. Hajimemashite.
Hajimemashite. Very simple. Hajimemashite. Great. Hajimemashite. This mashite. Hajimemashite. Okay. Hajimemashite. This is a phrase that this is the thing that this is the first glimpse into the Japanese language, so that we can forget about translating the things we're maybe used to finding, okay, what does it mean? And then changing the language, translating everything. But it's sometimes, or most of the time, it's not possible with Japanese. We have some things that are similar. Yes, Maria Concepcion, do you have a question? Like someone raised a hand. No, okay. Okay. So there has no direct translation in English. This just means like to start something. It is a verb, like we are going to start. So, or to do something for the first time. In this case, this is the first time we're meeting each other, right? So we're going to use it for the first time when we introduce ourselves. And this is the first greeting that we're going to start our interaction with anyone else, okay? And if you put this phrase into Google Translate, it will give you the phrase, nice to meet you. But it doesn't mean nice to meet you. This is something to do something for the first time. So we have hajimemashite, hajimemashite. Watashi wa alma desu. Watashi wa alma desu. And then we have the last part, the last greeting. Dozo yoroshiku. Dozo with a Z, like a B sound. Dozo yoroshiku. Dozo yoroshiku. Okay, everyone? Dozo yoroshiku. Okay, great. This, perfect. This, yes?
Disculpe, no entiendo en inglés. No lo entiendo nada. Yo pensé que iba a hacerlo en español.
Okay. No, doesn't matter, I can do both. Puedo hacerlo de las dos maneras, no se preocupen. El hajimemashite es una frase que no tiene traducción directa. Significa empezar algo o hacer algo por la primera vez. ¿Sí? Lo usamos para cuando vamos a presentarnos a nosotros mismos por primera vez. Si lo traducimos en el traductor de Google o donde sea, te va a dar mucho gusto, pero no significa mucho gusto. Dozo yoroshiku también no tiene equivalente, ¿sí? Ni en inglés ni en español. This is like first in English. Please, I beg you to be nice to me. I'm like, please, 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 please be nice to me from now on. diciendo que por favor sea amable conmigo, pórtate bien conmigo. Okay. Es una de las frases más importantes en el idioma japonés, en la cultura japonesa. This is the most important phrases in Japanese language and culture. This is not the only time that we're going to use it. No es la única vez que vamos a utilizar. También se traduce como, sí, mucho gusto, encantado de conocerte. It's also often translated as nice to meet you. No significa ninguno de los dos, nice to meet you. Okay? Any questions up to here? ¿Alguna pregunta?
No.
Sí, como iba a tomar la clase con por estamos consumiendo bastante. Como quiera, muchas gracias.
Ok. Alguien me menciona que se congeló la clase. ¿Todos sí pueden verlo bien?
Yes.
Okay.
Sí.
Okay, great. So this one person, maybe the internet is. Okay. So this is what we're going to use for our introduction. Hajimemashite, and then dozo yoroshiku. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Alma desu. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Alma desu. Dozo yoroshiku. And we need to do the bow. Okay, we're gonna bow. How much? Just a little bit. If you're sitting down, be careful with the table or what you have in front of you. Just don't do it a lot, just a little bit, like 15, 13 degrees, and that's enough, okay? Not just the head doing this. It is disrespectful, okay? It is not nice. You need to do the whole bow, okay? With dozo yoroshiku. Okay, so we have hajimemashite. Watashi wa Alma desu. Dozo yoroshiku. Okay, so any volunteers to introduce yourself?
Me.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Watashi wa Saulo desu. Dozo yoroshiku.
Dozo yoroshiku. Okay, excellent. Anyone else? Any volunteers? Don't be shy. Yes?
Hajimemashite, watashi wa Ivan desu. Dozo yoroshiku.
Dozo yoroshiku. The bow, please. Yes, perfect. Okay, I need 2 more people, please. 2 more people.
はじめまして、私はダイアナです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Dozo yoroshiku. Great. One more person, please.
はい。はじめまして。私はリカルドです。どうぞよろしく。
Dozo yoroshiku. A little bit more bow. Yes. Okay. Great. This is super simple, as you can see. Any questions that you have? No? Yes? No?
All good.
Yes? Everything's good. Perfect. Now we are going to see more vocabulary. So we have otoko for boy, onna, girl, Mekishiko-jin, America-jin, Nihon-jin. Okay, what do you think it is? Mekishiko-jin, America-jin, Nihon-jin. Yeah, Mekishiko-jin,
nationality.
like person from Mexico, America-jin, and Nihon-jin. Okay? And then we have okanemochi, a rich person. Bimbo, bimbo, a poor person. Tensei, this is me. Takusei, this is you. And kaishain, this is an employee, an office worker. Okay, once more. Otoko, onna, Mekishiko-jin, America-jin, Nihon-jin. Okanemochi, bimbo, tensei, gakusei, kaishain. Yes? Any questions? To hear? No?
No, thank you.
No.
Okay. Are we understanding up to this point? Do we have like any things like I'm not so clear about the meaning or anything else? Everything's fine?
Maybe about okanemochi, that is not
Okay,
clear for me.
okanemochi, a rich person. Okanemochi, someone who with a lot of money.
Okay, I thought that it was kind of a festival or
No,
something. but
it's
no,
money, it's money.
clear.
It's money. Like it's like, well, I'm so rich, I'm throwing away money and with golden things and everything. Okay, so okanemochi, a rich person, bimbo, a poor person. Okay, no money. Sensei, this is the teacher. Gakse, the pronunciation, the U sound is very, very, very small, very subtle. So you say like gakse. It is there, but it's very tiny. Gakse. And then we have kaishain. Mekishiko-jin, America-jin, Nihon-jin. Otoko to onna. Yes? Okay. Do you need to maybe take some notes? Because we're going to use this vocabulary a lot.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, I'm going to take like maybe a few seconds so you can write down, or maybe take a screen cap of the vocabulary. Any questions about the pronunciation? Otoko, onna, mekishiko-jin. Yes? Gabriel-san?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
I don't know if you have, I don't know if you have answered this question before.
Yeah.
I just entered, but why is the reason that all the material is in English? Is there? I think there is some reason, right?
Well, this is a class to promote this type of method with English and Japanese. Why? Because we have some of our Japanese staff that they haven't mastered Spanish yet because they just came from Japan. They speak English and they speak Japanese. So that's why we have the class like this. Obviously, we also have like teachers that teach the class in English and Japanese, and we have a Spanish and Japanese. Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? This is fine? Yeah? I don't know who raised the hand. Carlos?
Okanemochi and bimbo, it can be used like an adjective, or it's only used to define a specific kind of person.
This is a noun. So you can say, like, we're going to use it like, watashi wa alma desu, watashi wa okanemochi desu, watashi wa bimbo desu. So I am a rich person, I am a poor person. It is a noun.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone else? Anything else? Yeah, I cannot see who. Carolina, yes?
Sorry, so I have this question. I have read that watashi was for women. I don't know if that's correct. And orewa, it's for men.
Well, we're going to see in a little bit the pronouns very, very fast. Watashi is neutral. We are going to study first a level of respect when we're speaking with people that we don't know, that we are not familiar with. And we are always going to use watashi. Now, the one that you mentioned is for guys, but it's the type of vocabulary that guys use when there are no other girls around. It can be kind of vulgar. Okay, it can be very familiar. It's just for extremely close friends, or you want to sound very macho. Normally, girls don't use it. Only boys. I mean, not boys, only men. So we have different types of levels of respect. In Spanish, we have two, tu and usted. In English, we have just one, which is you. Maybe in British English, we can have like the royal we, that's another level of respect. But in Japanese, we have like 17 levels. So depending of the familiarity that we have and the environment we're in, we're going to change the pronouns we use to refer to ourselves. Okay?
Sorry, 17?
Pretty much. Like I'm kind of exaggerating right here, but yeah, there are a lot. when you were in the, like, right now I can tell you, we're just for show this class, the methodology, right? But we are studying, yes, all the vocabulary and everything. I will share with you, and every teacher shares with the students videos and vocabulary and things, like where you can see the different levels used. Obviously, you are not required to use all of them, but the way you speak, for example, to a person you don't know, a policeman, or an older person, maybe in your family, maybe grandma or grandpa, or just an elderly person on the street. These are different types of familiarity, different types of respect that you need to show, right? And we adjust very easily. I remember when I started working in a place where there were a lot of people over 60, everyone tell, like, no, call me by my name. And this was very difficult for me because I wanted to use the usted in Spanish. And they said, no, we're friends. But they were so much older than me. I needed to show respect. And this was a fight within myself to show the proper respect, but also be more familiar because they required it. And we adjust our expectations, adjust the vocabulary normally. And we don't think about it very much. It is just by instinct. We'll almost say it's just instinct. But it will be an experience in Japanese because I will tell you, like, okay, this is familiar, and we are going to show more familiarity now, and then we need to change our expressions. And yeah, there are a lot of levels of respect that you can show. Even if you're showing like the most respect, has layers depending on who you're speaking with. So it's one of the things that sound very difficult about Japanese, but it's the easiest thing to do. You just need to be, you need to get used to it and stop expecting it to work as Spanish or English. Japanese is a whole nother level. But this is not just Japanese, Korean also works like this, and Chinese a little bit as well. So Asian languages have different, a lot of levels of respect. Okay, well, once more, we go for the vocabulary. We have otoko, onna, Mekishiko-jin, America-jin, Nihon-jin, okanemochi, bimbo, sensei, gakusei, kaishain. Okay, what is this? これは何ですか? Anyone?
男。
Okay, great. Next one. 次.
金持ち。
違います。
Mexico-jin.
メキシコ人。次。
Sensei.
Sensei.
Great. 次。
America-jin.
Great. 次。
Nihongo-jin.
日本語人。
日本人。Great. 次。
会社員。
はい。次。
貧乏。
はい。次。
金持ち。
はい。次。
女。
はい。次。
学生。
学生。Great. Someone is asking a question. Yaki person? Yes? No? Everything's fine? Okay. So, 男、メキシコ人、先生、アメリカ人、日本人、会社員、貧乏、お金持ち、女、学生。Once more, please.
Oh,
sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes? Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
What means bimbo?
A poor
I
person.
don't know.
Like no money.
What? No,
Poor.
okay, a poor person. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
No money. Like me. Okay. Okay, this one. これは?
男。
はい。次。
メキシコ人。
はい。次。
先生。
はい。次。
アメリカ人。
はい。次。
日本人。
次。
日本人。
会社員。
次。
貧乏。
はい。次。
お金持ち。
次。
女。
女。
最後。
学生。
学生。
Great. Once more.
メキシコ人。
もう一度。
メキシコ人。アメリカ人。
アメリカ人。
女。
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 日本人。
日本人。
はい。
お金持ち。
お金持ち。
先生。
先生。
貧
貧乏。
貧乏。
学生。
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 男。
おっさん。
And
会社員。
okay, great. Now we have here, again, we have はじめまして。私はアルマです。私はアルマです。私は女です。私はメキシコ人です。私は貧乏。貧乏。私は先生です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。This is longer. お願いします。I beg of you. どうぞよろしくお願いします。Okay? So now we say our name and some extra additional information that you want to share with us. Okay? So I need another 2 volunteers that will tell me, like myself, everything that I can say about myself. 私は女です。私はメキシコ人です。私は先生です。私は貧乏です。It hurts. 私は貧乏です。Okay? So I need a volunteer. Yes? Ivan?
私はイバンです。私は男です。
はい。
私は学生です。
はい。
どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はい。どうぞよろしくお願いします。Great. Don't forget to はじめまして。Okay, one more volunteer, please. One more.
は
Yes.
じめまして。
Mhm.
はじめまして。私はメキシコ人です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はい。どうぞよろしくお願いします。Great. Okay, we
And I
have
also
time.
are bimbo.
私
は貧乏です。
私は貧乏です。Yes, okay, here, put it here. Okay, we're together in this, yes. We're nakama, like very good friends. We belong together, yes. Okay, we have time for one more who wants to participate. Anna-san, yes?
はじめまして。私はアナです。私はメキシコ人です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はい、どうぞよろしくお願いします。Great. Any questions so far? No? No? Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to continue. Now we have the basic structure for sentences. As we see, 私はalmaです。私は女です。私はメキシコ人です。This is it. You only need this sentence. I'm sorry. You only need this sentence, these elements, and you're done. You don't need anything else. Just with the this. And what is this? This is the to be. Okay, so this is to be. And the what is it? The what has no direct translation. If you had to translate it as something, it could be like a colon. Okay, because they say I, and then I can say whatever, like Alma. 私は Alma です。Yes? And this is it. Now for the negative, we're going to continue to use that. 私は But then the this changed to じゃありません。私は貧乏です。私はお金持ちじゃありません。私はメキシコ人です。私はアメリカ人じゃありません。Yes? Just じゃありません。And you're done. This is the negative sentence. And now for a question, how do we structure a question? This is very simple. You're just going to repeat the affirmative sentence, but you're going to add ka al final with the intonation going up so that it makes a question. For example, 私は会社員ですか? And that's it. What is the ka? What does it mean? Oh, where is my, okay. This is actually just a question mark. It's the only meaning the ka has. It is a question mark. It changes your affirmative sentence into a question. Okay? So I can ask all of you, Mekishiko-jin desu ka? O kanemochi desu ka? Otoko desu ka? Onna desu ka? And I'm asking you, are you rich? Are you Mexican? Are you a boy? Are you a girl? And that's it. Any questions up to here?
No.
Yeah? Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Yes? I don't know if someone is talking. I cannot see you. Yes, Carolina-san?
Sorry, I think Ivan was first, so I can
Oh,
wait
okay.
until Ivan,
Oh.
and then I'll go.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just see like a little bit of a hand, but then it doesn't tell me who is going. Ivan-san, yes, you're going first?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was combing my hair, but yes. Okay, I will go with watashi wa for the exercise, right?
Oh, no. If you have a question.
Oh, no, I
No? Okay. You were like, you had the hand up,
sorry.
and I thought it was yes. Okay, so Carolina's next then, if you have a question.
Thank you. Sorry, Ivan, I thought you were about to participate. Sorry. So you mentioned there are 17 like ways of talking, levels of respect, kind of
Yes.
saying. Is there also apply for questions? I mean, the level of respect, it also applies for questions?
Yes,
Thank you.
but for example, this deska, this is like the basic level of formality. We call this tenego, like formal form. This is very weird to say. This is formal form. This is for people you don't know. Okay, so if you like right now, let's transport you to Japan, and you say, okay, watashi wa, my name this, and people will say, oh, you're very respectful. Good. Okay, you won't commit a faux pas. You won't insult anyone. But we can have, for example, something that is kind of archaic, more like a samurai speech. Instead of saying this, we can say de gozaimasu. De gozaimasu. We also add the ka at the end, and it's a question. De gozaimasu ka? And this is like a samurai asking a question. The particle, we call it particles. Like wa, this wa is a particle. Why is it a particle? I'm gonna write it here. Because it's the smallest part of a sentence. Okay, it's literally just a particle. And we have the wa, this is the particle for topic, like here, topic. And the particle ka is for making a question, it's just a question mark. So yeah, we can change the structure, maybe the verb des into gozaimasu, the gozaimasu, but the particle is the same thing. So we just add it because it's just a question mark. It will change the level of formality, but the particle stays the same. Okay? Yeah. I thought, yes, does it clear up? Or do you have anything else?
That's it. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
No, fine. I thought someone else was raising their hand, but I didn't see who. If someone else has a question? Okay, we'll continue then. So we have the topic of conversation. In this case, I am the topic of conversation. I'm going to discuss everything about myself. Watashi wa alma desu, mekishiko-jin desu, onna desu. But also I can say something I'm not. 私は会社員じゃありません。私は日本人じゃありません。And then I can also ask a question. This will be like rhetoric. Like this will be for myself because the topic is myself. Am I? Like that. 私は日本人ですか？私は貧乏ですか？ This is kind of existentialist. 私は貧乏ですか？私はお金持ちですか? And then you count your blessings, and then it so happens that you're not poor, you're actually rich. Okay? So this is the same thing for all the structures. I'm going to erase everything here. And we're going to continue. So we have, this is like for you, when you receive like our material, you can put your picture here. 私はアルマです。私はメキシコ人です。私は女です。私は先生です。But also, the things that I'm not. 私は男じゃありません。私は日本人じゃありません。私はお金持ちじゃありません。私は会社員じゃありません。Okay? We'll continue there. Now, for questions, let's see this. What is this vocabulary? This picture. In Japanese, please.
女ですか？
女ですか? To say, is she a woman? Is it a woman? Is it a girl? 女ですか? If the answer is yes, はい、そうです。はい、そうです。If the answer is no, 女ですか? いえ、女じゃありません。いえ、女じゃありません。Okay, I have this picture. I'm going to ask you, 男ですか?
はい、そうです。
はい、そうです。Okay, this picture again. お金持ちですか?
We don't know. We're not able to know that.
But this is also not represent お金持ち. So,
OK。
no?
いえ、金持ちじゃありません。
Right, next. お金持ちですか?
いえ、じゃあ、貧乏。あ、お金持ちじゃありません。
はい、お金持ちじゃありません。貧乏ですか?
はい、そうです。
はい、そうです。日本人ですか?
はい、そうです。
アメリカ人ですか?
いえ、じゃありません。あ、
いえ、
アメリカ人じゃありません。
Great. Last one. メキシコ人ですか?
いえ、アメリカ人じゃありません。
あ、メキシコ人ですか?
メキシコ、いえ、メキシコ人じゃありません。
Right. アメリカ人ですか?
はい、そうです。
はい、そうです。Great. Okay, any questions? No?
No.
Okay, I ask all of you. メキシコ人ですか?
はい、そうです。
Just one person said, okay, one Mexican here.
あ、そうだ。
メキシコ人
はい、
ですか?
そうです。
はい、そうです。
はい、そうです。
はい、それ。
Okay.
はい、そう
お金持ちですか?
いいえ、お金持ち
い
じゃ
え、お金持ちじゃありません。
No one's rich here. I wanted rich friends.
Next
No.
question. Thank
Okay.
No.
I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. 男ですか?
はい、そうです。
いえ
Just one.
男じゃありません。
男じゃありません. Okay, great. We will continue. Now for a conversation that we have here, 私は my name です. And then we also say, for example, 私はアルマです。私はメキシコ人です。私は会社員じゃありません。どうぞよろしくお願いします. Okay? With as an affirmative sentence and then a negative sentence. I need 2 volunteers. who wants to participate, saying your name, something that is true about yourself, and something that you're not. Yes, Ivan, yeah.
はじめまして、私はイワンです。私は、男です。私はお金持ちじゃありません。ああ、どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Yes. Okay. Don't forget the greetings. Yes. Jose Carlos-san.
はじめまして、私はサウラです。私はメキシコ人です。私は女じゃありません。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Hi. どうぞよろしくお願いします。Great. Anyone else? I have time for one more. Yes. I don't need Ricardo. Yes.
はじめまして、私はリカルドです。私は、大学生です。私はお金持ち人じゃありません。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はい、どうぞよろしくお願いします。Great. Thank you so much. Okay. So we repeat the basic structure. Des, yarimasen, and desu ka with topic and a noun. Okay. Any questions? No? No? Okay.
No, thank
So,
you very much.
Okay. I just want to say thank you to all of you because I don't know what your experience is taking online lessons, but sometimes as a teacher, we don't give a class. I feel more like Dora the Explorer when I say something and say, yes, and I continue. So thank you so much for participating today. This makes the class so much better. Okay, so now for the pronouns, okay, we have watashi. This is something very neutral that than a normal level of formality. We can have variations of this. Another that's more for guys under 20 years old. That is boku. If you are girl that does not identify yourself to be very feminine, you can use boku as well. If you feel very, very, very feminine, instead of saying watashi, you say atashi, and sounds more like cute. Boku, if you're young, well, like the one we mentioned before, ore, if you're a guy that's very macho and if you're among friends, you can use that. But normally we use watashi for I. Now we have for you, it's anata. But the thing is, anata, you are going to use it when you don't know the name of the person you're speaking with. Okay? If you don't know the name of the person, like someone's walking by and then they drop the wallet and you pick up the wallet and say, hey, you, like, hey, anata, that's fine because you don't know the person. The moment we introduce ourselves, then I know your name, I cannot use anata anymore. It is very rude. This means that I didn't take the time to remember your name. Okay? This is very rude. You can see it in writing, for example, in a test, anata no namae kaite kudasai, write your name here. That will be fine because it's very impersonal. Also, on the other side of the spectrum, anata is what a wife calls her husband, or the husband calls the wife. Like, anata, like you, my you, just one of you. So this is very romantic. So let's be careful with using anata, okay? The same thing with kare and kanojo. Kare is he, but it is either very impersonal and kind of rude, or it just means boyfriend, and kanojo, girlfriend. Okay, so this I have a book. This book, who gave it to you? It's, oh, Kare. Oh, Kare. Okay, I get it. Like you guys are like, he gave it to me, but it's not he, it's he. Oh, that's why. So how do we refer to other people then? We cannot use anata, we cannot use kare and kanojo because it can be confusing. This is when we use name and san. Okay, could be like Mr. and Mrs. whatever, we'll see later. Like Right now we were participating like Carolina-san, Ivan-san, Ricardo-san. This is how we speak to each other in the third person, even though I'm speaking to you directly. Okay? We will always use name and san. In Japan, it's most likely that will be last name and san, but we are here among like more familiar type of relationship, so name and san would be better. Okay? Now for the plurals do not have this type of hang-ups. You can use watashi tachi. If you see like tachi, the suffix tachi makes it plural. So watashi is just me. If you have more with me, it's watashi tachi. We. And then anata tachi, kare tachi, kanojo tachi. And all of us is minna. Minna, wakarimasu ka? Do you all understand? Right?
Yes.
Great. Now, the honorifics. We're going to use san. This is the most common. It's similar to Mr. or Mrs. or Miss or whatever you want to use there. It is both for men and women, okay? This is what we use in the second or third person, but never to yourself. So some people make this mistake. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Aruma-san desu. This is not used. Why? Because it's an honorific. You are honoring someone else. You don't put the honor on yourself. This is very arrogant. And Japanese culture does not like arrogant people. Okay? Now, you want to be more familiar. Okay? Then, or is someone younger than you? Don't use san, you can change it for kun. Okay? Like, Pedro-san, no, it's younger than me, so Pedro-kun. It is usually for guys under the age of 20. Why 20? Because in Japan, 20 years old is when you reach your majority. Okay? In Mexico, it's 18. In other places, could be 20, 21. In Japan, it's 20. So you're a boy until you're 20 years old, and after that, you're a man. You're a girl until you're 20. After that, you're a woman. Okay? You're recognized as an adult. And it can be used professionally to refer to younger employees. Like if you're the boss, you can tell everyone else that's under you, all your employees are kun. Last name and kun. Why? Because you are telling them you're younger than me and you are basically below me. Okay? And what if you want to say that you love someone and you want to be more affectionate or profess more familiarity? Okay? Instead of saying san or kun, you say chan. This chan is for little boys or little girls. The boys are about 5 years old. When they say, I'm a big boy now, they change to kun. And girls, we stay chan forever with people that love us, okay? This is like a diminutive for us in Mexico, right? Or it could be like a nickname in English. And the chan means that you are very small and very cute, okay? This is why you shouldn't ever, ever, ever use chan with someone that is superior or above you at work or in school, because this would be like very condescending and very rude. Okay? Any questions up to here?
Thank you.
No? Okay. Then we have maybe some that you use or you've heard about before. Senpai. What is the senpai? This is used to address someone of a higher rank, someone superior to you, with more experience or with more time in the environment than you. Okay, never for a boss. Okay, not your boss, but maybe you start to work in a company, but someone started working a week before you. Okay, then that person that started just at least a week before you, that's your senpai. Just a week, yes, doesn't matter. Just a week is your senpai. If you are in school, maybe let's say you're in third semester, The 4th, the 5th, the 6th, etc. would be your senpai. And that's how you call it, like Pedro senpai, okay, or last name senpai. Then I refer to myself as sensei, but this is just for me to teach you the word sensei. Sensei is an honorific that you are going to use when you feel that a teacher deserves the honorific. If you think that I earn the honorific, you can call me sensei. If you don't think, san is fine. Okay, if you don't think I deserve it, it's fine. But if you think that I can, like, if I earned it, if I deserve the honorific, you can call me sensei. Okay, I cannot tell myself that I am sensei. Watashi wa alma sensei. It's not used, never. Okay, or watashi wa sensei desu is actually incorrect. My profession is kyoshi, teacher. Yes, Gabriel-san?
Yeah, just to, so I think that what I'm understanding now is that san is what you always use for yourself, right?
For other people, never for yourself, never honorifics for you.
Yeah, well, yeah, sorry, for other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if someone is a teacher and someone has taught you something, okay, and you want to show more respect, then you can say either senpai or sensei, yeah. If you have more familiarity, you can change to kun or to chan, okay, and that's what we use. This is also what we use with doctors and lawyers and politicians and authority figures, if they deserve the word, in your opinion. Okay.
So police officers, what do you use?
Kensatsu-san. San. Like Mr. Policeman could be. It is weird to say in English, but yes, normally it's san. Why? Okay. Here I can show you like the meaning of the word sensei. Okay. We'll see a little bit sensei. This is the kanji. This means previous. Okay. This means to live or to be born. So what is the difference between a sensei and you? The only difference is that the sensei lived before you or experienced the things you're learning before you. They're not more capable, they're not more intelligent, they're not more than you. They just lived it before you, okay? So you can say like maybe I am sensei. The only difference between myself and you is that this experience that you are having right now, I lived it a long, long time ago. I have more experience, and that's the only difference. You can become sensei as well, okay? The only thing you have to do is to teach someone, and that's it. So if you have a construction worker at your house, and this construction worker shows you how to do something, that person is your sensei now, okay? If you want to honor them. If you feel, okay, this is very useful, I want to say you're my teacher. Okay, you're a sensei. That's why it could be used for doctors and lawyers and politicians and people that you show respect for, or authority figures. So maybe you go into a hospital and people bow to the person cleaning up the rooms. You say, why? Because maybe that person is the sensei of someone else, so they need to be shown respect just because of the experience. This is the most important thing for a Japanese. It's not just the knowledge, it's the experience that you have. Yeah?
So the sensei is two symbols?
Yes.
And the first one, what was that? The first one?
Previous, before.
Previous and live.
To live or to be born. Like I was born in whatever. So that is what it means. Okay. I really like this word because when I was in university, my teachers is like, no, I'm better than you. And I am more intelligent. That's why you're not the teacher. And I never liked that. And then when I studied Japanese, like, no, this is the word This is the meaning that sensei has for me. This is it. This is what a teacher is supposed to be. For me,
So
at least.
sensei is also to sensei had to is that how you pronounce that is formed by two words, sensei, or is just the meaning where you
The meaning is, well, the word is made up of two kanji, but it's just one word. Okay. How many sounds? 4. Te, se. Okay. It's 4 sounds, 2 kanji, like 2 meanings, but the meaning, the composed meaning, the complex meaning is teacher, sensei.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the last one that we have here is sama. This is a more respectful version. Yes, or this is bigger than sama. Normally, we say it to customers because what do we say about customers? What is the saying? Customers
always right.
Always right, yeah? In Japanese, we say, Okyakusama wa kami-sama desu. The customer is God. So this is how we treat customers in Japan. They are God. So whatever they say goes. Okay, and this is very, very respectful. Also, people that you want to show that they're way higher than you, very, very high status, you can use sama. Also, someone that you want to show admiration for, you can say that the name is sama. And also people within a religious context, like the Pope, it could be sama as well. Also, let's say like Jesus sama, Maria sama, Guadalupe sama, something like that. Religious symbols and names, you can say sama. Okay? And then we have the word for God in Japanese, kami-sama. Yeah? Okay. Any questions to hear?
Is there any reason why the san or sama is after the word or after the noun?
Yes, because you will say the name of the person, and then you add the respect. Okay, and in Japan or Japanese, we can say, for example, in English and in Spanish, we have 2 parts to a sentence. Then we have like the subject and the predicate, right? Okay. And this is how we elaborate our sentences. This is the most important part. Who? In Japanese, the most important things is more, instead of saying like a sentence like this, is more like a train. Okay, the most important part was at the end, and then here we have your wagon, and this is the start. This is the machine that's going to move your sentence. That's why at the end goes the suffix, the senpai, sensei, sama, san, goes here, because this is the most important part of the thing you want to transmit. It's going to be at the end. In Spanish, it's going to be at the beginning. In English, it's going to be at the beginning. Like for example, in English, you cannot make a sentence without using a pronoun or just saying a noun at the beginning. You can say, I am. You always need the I. You cannot start your sentence, affirmative sentence, with am or just the name. You say I, you, he, she. That's how it starts. This is the most important part. And in Japanese, it's the other way around. The most important thing is what I go at the end. Yeah? Okay. We will continue then. Now we have some other greetings. In the morning, we say, Ohayo, Ohayo,
Hi.
Ohayo. This is good morning. Ohayo. Now we
Ohayo.
have
Ohio.
Konnichiwa.
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 Konnichiwa. Good afternoon. Good evening. Konbanwa.
Konbanwa.
Konbanwa. I would say konbanwa right now, I think. Yes. Konbanwa. And then when we say good night, because you're like, you're going to sleep, then we say oyasumi.
Oyasumi.
Oyasumi. Okay, but only before sleep. Okay, if you go to a party, the moment you go in, you say konbanwa, and when you leave, you say oyasumi. Yes. Okay. Ohayo, konnichiwa, konbanwa, oyasumi. Then this is very important. Shitsure shimasu. Shitsure shimasu is something like I am going to be rude to you. Okay, I'm going to do something very rude. Shitsure is rude. Yes? Okay. So shitsure shimasu is what we use when we interrupt. So imagine that you want to ask a question. You don't need to raise your hand. You can say just shitsure shimasu, and then I wait and say, okay, yes, what do you need? Shitsure shimasu. You also use this when, let's say, you're in a party and you're speaking to two people, and then the conversation just grows dull. You don't want to be part of the conversation. You want to go away and maybe visit some of other friends or go to the bathroom or whatever. Then you don't just leave, right? Because then the person will go, oh, where did she go? Where did he go? Then you say, "Shitsurashimasu," and then you leave. Okay? You interrupt the conversation. People say, yeah, bye. And then you can go someplace else. That is shitsurashimasu. Also, when we talking on the phone, when we hang up, when we cut the call, we say shitsurashimasu. Why? Because it's very, very rude to just hang up the phone. Maybe someone is talking yet, and then you say shitsurashimasu, and then they're forewarned that you are going to hang up the phone. Yeah? Yes? Okay. Then we have this. Sumimasen. Sumimasen. This is excuse me. Okay, when you want to call someone, like their attention, and maybe a waiter or maybe a teacher, you can say sumimasen. Okay, so let's practice. Shitsureshimasu. Shitsureshimasu.
Shitsureshimasu.
And then sumimasen.
Sumimasen. Sumimasen.
Sumimasen. Great. Okay. Now, maybe you've heard of this one. What do we say when before we start eating?
Itadakimasu.
Yes, that's it. Itadakimasu. Okay. Maybe you think this is thank you for the food. It is not. This is not thank you for the food. Itadakimasu is I humbly receive something. Okay? I very humbly receive the food or the favor from God or the universe or a present. You say itadakimasu. Okay? This is not thank you for the food. Which means that if, for example, that I am, yes, Carolina?
Sorry, so that is not exclusive for food? So itadakimasu is not exclusive, as you mentioned.
No. For example, that I'm your teacher, right? And then I give you, I don't know, what do I give people? A Kit Kat, okay, for a test. I give you a Kit Kat. The moment you receive it, because this is food, you can say itadakimasu. But I also, before a test, I give my students sometimes a pencil just to wish them good luck. And then I give you a pencil, you say again, itadakimasu. Okay, because I'm a person above you, a superior in a way, and then the present goes down to you. So you very humbly, yes, with humility, you say, like, I'm very grateful and I receive it without arrogance, okay, without pride. And then you say itadakimasu. Gabriel-san?
Let's say that someone above you, an employee or someone or a student, give you something, and you are the teacher. You also say itadakimasu, or
When it's food, yes.
okay.
But when normally I say, well, being a teacher is a difficult position because there needs to be a balance among, like, if I am teaching you something, is it a teachable moment or is it correct to say? So when I receive food, it is my policy to always say itadakimasu. But what if you give me a present? Oh, I will show you a present that one of my students gave me. Yes, a lipstick. They send me a present. And when I saw the student, I say, oh, thank you so much for this. I only say like arigato, thank you. I didn't say itadakimasu because this was not coming, this is not food, and it wasn't coming from someone superior to me. Okay? Yeah? Okay. Then, so we have itadakimasu before starting to eat. Then when you finish, you say, gochiso-sama. Gochiso-sama.
Gochiso-sama.
Gochiso-sama.
Gochiso-sama.
Gochiso-sama.
Gochiso-sama. And then we put our hands together. When you start to eat, itadakimasu. And then when you finish the food, again, itadakimasu. Gochiso-sama. Like that, okay? Your hands together. Now, to say goodbye, we can say sayonara, but this is kind of dramatic. Like, I will never see you again. Sayonara. So it is kind of weird, very dramatic. We instead, during class, we say mataraishu. Mataraishu. Mata meaning until, raishu is next week. Mataraishu. Okay? So we have itadakimasu, gochiso-sama, and mataraishu. Yeah? You think you can remember them all? Yeah? Okay. So when we say sorry, we say gomen nasai. Gomen nasai. If we are among friends, just gomen is fine. People you don't know, gomen nasai. More respectful. Gomen nasai, gomen. And then when you don't understand something, you say wakarimasen. Wakarimasen. Okay, do you understand? Wakarimasen. Okay, and then I explain again. Yeah? Gomen nasai, wakarimasen. Yeah? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then we will continue. Okay, so we have good morning. Good evening.
Ohayo.
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 Great. Good afternoon.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Good evening.
Konbanwa.
Good night.
Oyasumi.
Oyasumi. Once more.
Konbanwa.
Konbanwa.
Oyasumi.
Oyasumi.
Ohayo.
Ohayo.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Right. We'll continue.
Shitsure shimasu.
Oh, you remember, right?
Sumimasen.
Sumimasen.
Mataraishu.
Mataraishu. Oh, you remember.
Mataraishu.
Sumimasen.
Sumimasen.
Sumimasen. Mataraishu.
Mataraishu.
Shitsure.
Shitsure shimasu.
Oh, great. You remember them all.
Itadakimasu.
Gochiso-sama.
Gochiso-sama.
Right.
Gomenasai.
Gomenasai.
Wakarimasen.
Wakarimasen.
Gomenasai.
Gomenasai.
Gochiso-sama.
Gochiso-sama, yes. No food. Gochiso-sama.
Wakarimasen.
Itadakimasu.
Great, excellent. Keko desu, subarashi minna. Hi, sugoi. This is great. Sugoi desu. Okay, now we are going to go to the part of hiragana. We're going to make a break here just so I can explain our methodology, okay? Because you've been working so hard. So the way we teach here at JCSakura is in 3 steps, we can say. The first step is to give you a previous study. We call this Yoshu. I'm going to write it here. Yoshu. Okay, Yoshu, previous study. This is something that we're going to send you. It is a video with vocabulary that we're going to use during the next class, with some basic structures and the explanations of the structure, and then grammatical notes that you're going to need for the class that we're going to see. For example, let's say that you are taking the class with me on Wednesdays. This Yoshu would be uploaded Saturday or Sunday, a few days before, so you can see it and prepare yourself for the class. You have an idea what the class is going to be about, and you will have your vocabulary at least printed out, or if you have more time, memorized by the time we go to the class. Okay? And then we have Renshu. Renshu, this is practice. Our class, okay, like on Wednesdays. The class is going to be very practical, more practical than right now, because this is just like not the first class. This has a lot of information for you. The first actual class of the first month is just practice, a lot of practice, so you can master all these structures that we have, like this, yarimasen, desta, a lot of practice among yourself, a lot of conversation. Just you will be able to introduce yourself and do so many things, speaking, okay? Not so much writing, but speaking. And this is all during the class, yeah? Let's say we take the class on Wednesday. This would be Wednesday, yeah? Just practice. It is better if you do the Yoshu, the previous study, because you have the vocabulary ready. So I don't have to teach vocabulary during the class. I just have to check that you know the vocabulary, and then we can use it and we can have conversation, and the class is so much more dynamic. After the Renshu comes Fukushu. Fukushu, yeah? Fukushu is like a review of what we learned. This is homework. The homework is just gonna take you like 10 minutes to do, okay? I know you're very busy. We have our lives, we have our social lives, I hope. Even if we're not okanemochi, I hope you have very, very full social lives. And we have work, we have to study, we have so many things to do. That's why I only ask 10 minutes of your time, so you can review what we studied. And this homework, this fukushu, is so you can check if you really understood what we practiced during the class. And this is some way for me also to check, because sometimes when we speak during class, everything's perfect. And then the next class, everyone forgot the previous class, and we have to start all over again. So this is a way for us to ensure, like the teacher, as a teacher, I ensure myself that you at least saw something during the week. Okay, you did 10 minutes at least. Okay, any questions? No?
No, thank you.
Okay, so this is what we do, yeah? I don't know.
No, all good.
Okay, okay. Yes, Ricardo?
Yeah. There are some kind of levels with your classes, or all of them start at the beginning of the course, like with the N5, or there is some other class the info, or just like how
No,
does
we
it work?
have. Oh yes. Okay, so we have like 9 levels, right? Each level. Okay, so let me say like 9 levels. Each level is 4 months. Okay, we see one theme or one topic per month. So each month has tests, has evaluations, has a project that you will do, has conversations, has abilities that you will learn. Okay? And right now, for example, we are going to start, the director will show you when the dates, but I know that, for example, myself, I'm going to start a class on the 10th of August. Yes, it's 10th. It's a Wednesday, 10th of August, a class with me. You can start from scratch, 0, just level 1, month 1 of level 1, or you can take a test, and this is a test to check your level, and because we have classes in every level, different days, different times. We have classes from Monday to Sunday, so Sunday in the mornings, Saturday mornings and afternoons, and normally during the weekdays, all afternoons. So you can trust that it's a class from 7 to 8:50 or something, that maybe you can say, okay, I don't want to start from 0 level. I want to maybe start level 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever, because I studied previously, I want to start another class. So you can take a test, and then we refer you to the level that you have. And yes, normally our classes start from level 1 of our system. That is the equivalent, like in English we have the TOEFL, right? In Japanese we have JLPT. The JLPT has 5 levels. The easiest one is the 5th one, and the hardest one is the first one. So we have like levels 1, 2, and 3 is level 5 of the JLPT. Okay. So maybe like, oh, I have N5 already. You can take the test, and we can put you in a class in, let's say, our levels. Could be maybe level 6 or 7. Depends on the knowledge that you have of Japanese. Okay?
Okay.
Yes?
Does this test have some extra costs or?
No. You just have to communicate with the administration, either the director or Betsy-san, that she's in charge of making sure that you can get the test. You just have to tell her, like, hey, I'm interested in taking the test, so I don't have to start from the beginning.
Okay. And the different levels start at different dates, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have so many teachers. We are like at the staff of 14 teachers, and each teacher has like 3, 4 classes in different days. So, like for example, myself, I have classes on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, and 2 classes on Sunday. So each class is a different level. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. So this is pretty much the system that we have. Each month will give you an ability. We don't teach structures. The structure won't be of any use to you. We will teach you abilities. What is the first ability that we have today? What do you think you learned today?
Presentation.
Yeah?
Presentation, right?
Yes, to present yourself and to introduce yourself to others. This is the first ability. This is very basic, but now you can pretty much go to Japan or speak with a Japanese person and you can introduce yourself. Yeah? Okay? Yes? Okay, then we will continue now with hiragana. This is a very simple explanation about the Japanese language. This has 3 writing systems of its own. Plus, we have the alphabet. So, for example, this sentence, this watashi wa alma desu, or with the Japanese accent, watashi wa aruma desu. This is my name with a Japanese accent. Watashi wa aruma desu. Why aruma? There is no L sound in Japanese. Watashi wa aruma desu. Right? The introduction that we studied today. Now, the hiragana, which is the red part, is a 46 character syllabary. So this means it's not an alphabet. This is based in syllabus, okay? So this is simplified kanji, and it's used with naturally Japanese words. Like what? What Japanese words do you know? Like for food or?
Sony.
Yes. Sorry. What else? Samurai, yes. This would be in hiragana.
Katakana. Katakana. Food.
Food.
Sushi.
Sushi, yes. This is hiragana. Naturally Japanese words. Okay? And for example, we have here, you can see that the strokes are a little bit rounded. Okay? That's how we distinguish this. Now we have the katakana, which is in green. Katakana, this is also syllabary, 46 characters, the same sounds, but this has the ability to become more sounds. Why? Because we use with words loaned or taken from other languages, like my name, or let's say computer. Yeah, computer in Japanese is computer. So I hope that you are very good at British accent. How's your British accent? Everyone? Good?
Fine.
Like the best.
Okay.
Point.
Point, yes, great. Okay, so BBC content for everyone. Let's go watch Sherlock and Harry Potter, all of that, because it's like computer with a British accent would be
Computer.
computer,
Computer.
and in
Computer.
Japanese it's computer. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we use. But also, does anyone know how to say, this is like when you're crying, you use a tissue, but it is not made from paper. It is cloth. What is the name of that? It is not a word in English. It comes from German. Do you know it?
Sorry, can you repeat that again, please?
Yeah, it is like, for example, a Kleenex or a tissue when you're crying. But a long, long time ago, this used to be made from cloth, right? So,
Handkerchief, right?
yes, handkerchief, yes. Okay, so in
Handkerchief.
Japanese, this is hankachi. Hankachi, why hankachi? Because handkerchief is too long, boring. So hankachi, this is it. So we have words taken from another language, including amigo, piñata, stuff like tequila, stuff like that. We also use katakana for onomatopoeia. Does anyone know what it is, onomatopoeia?
Like
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So this is
One,
like
one.
the, yes, like the representation of sounds, right? Like if I do this, like ton ton, for us would be tok tok, right? But for them it's ton ton. It also goes in katakana. We also use this katakana the same way we can use all caps, like just using uppercase, or we use italics or bold. So you can make some emphasis on, or like, look at this, pay attention to this word. This is the function of katakana. And then we have here a sample of the writing. You can see that the strokes, the lines are very, very direct, and they're very angular, right? Compared to hiragana. Hiragana is round, and katakana is more square. Now we have the kanji. Kanji is a sinogram or ideograms. This is logographic, okay? They express, very important, this is expressing concept, not words, okay? The purple thing here, this kanji, it is the concept of I, okay? This is a concept of I. This also means private, because everything that belongs to I is private. And when does it become word? When it's in a sentence. There are 2,136 kanji considered to be of everyday use. And you say like, no, this is too much. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Normally, let's say for the JLPT, the equivalent of TOEFL, they ask for 30 kanji, okay? And during your levels here in JCSakura, you will learn like 500 kanji. That is pretty much like 2,000 words in conjunction, like mixed with other things. So there are not so many that you will like, oh no, I will never learn all of this. This is the fun part. You will see like, no, this is impossible. This is the fun part of Japanese. The kanji are so much fun because the moment that you see it, okay, this is obviously a story. For example, we have here this word. I will tell you later what it is, okay? Now, the last is the alphabet that we have, Romaji. Literally means like letter from or writing from Rome, like Latin alphabet. And we have different types of romanizations. For example, some people like to use, instead of Romaji like this, they do this like this. But this is preference of the people learning or the book that you're using, okay? They are all correct. Yeah, there's difficulty, but this Romaji is very useful at the beginning because like right now you don't know hiragana, katakana, or kanji, so we have the sentence like this. And the content that we study today is in Romaji, all of it, so you can read it. But after a while, this is Romaji is like using crutches. Like when you cannot walk, you use an A and you use it a long time, you can move around. But after a while, it hurts and it will damage your spine or your ability to walk. This Romaji is going to disappear from the class eventually, okay? And then we have all the parts that are in red at the bottom is the same thing. We have Nihongo in hiragana, in katakana, and kanji. So what is Nihongo? We have to look at the kanji to see what it is. This comes from this picture. It is a sun so bright that has like rays of sun in the middle as well. And it became different with the time, more different style, more perfect, like this, okay? This is the sun. This, you can see here, what is this? What is
It's a tree.
It's a tree, okay. So what if I have here the soil, what would be this?
The roots.
The roots, this part here is the roots. So this word means roots, origin, the place where it's born, okay? And then we have here this last kanji. This is a mouth, and it's a tongue sticking out. And then we have the number 5 and another mouth. I cannot draw mouth, I'm sorry. I'm not a manga teacher, I cannot draw. Okay, so what does it mean? This means like a mouth that speaks like 5 mouths or 5 languages. This is language. Language from the place where the sun is born. The place where the sun is born is?
Japan.
Japan, yes. So, Japan is Nihon, and the suffix go means language. And we have the suffix jin. Remember Nihonjin? The kanji is this. We say jin. And what is this? This is?
Person.
A person. Person from the place where the sun is born. Person from Japan. And this is. So, does anyone watch anime here? You can say.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, have you ever watched Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're not Nihonjin. Nihonjin jarimase. What are they?
Saiyajin.
Saiyajin. People, Saya, like that. So that's what it is. You can say like, oh my God, when I learned that, like, oh, that's Saiyajin. Okay. So yeah, that's what it means. Now to finish our class, because every class has to be well-rounded, we are going to practice the 4 abilities: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Okay, every class. So we have here hiragana. We are going to study only the first 5, just the vowels. The vowels in English, we have 9 vowel sounds. In Spanish, we have 5. In Japanese, we have 5 as well. So this is a, just like that. And we're going to make it step by step, stroke by stroke. 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay, this is a. Once again, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We have 3 different types of strokes in Japanese. This is one. This is something like stops. If you look at your pencil or your pen when you write, you can see that when you stop, it makes like a point, right? This is called tomeru. So the first and second strokes is tomeru, you stop. There's a second type of stroke when you start, when you start very big and wide and you end up in the point. This is called haneru, okay? And you can see that this part here is haneru. And the sumase, I'm sorry, harau, this is harau. Then we have the haneru, that's a combination. You stop and then make a little bit of a point here, okay? And this is haneru. So we have tomeru, harau, y haneru. Okay? So with these 3 types of strokes, we can write everything in Japanese. This is the a. Now we have the i. This is like a parenthesis, okay? And this is the haneru, the combination. Stop and then pull, okay? Stop and then pull, and then tomeru. 1 and pull, 2. This is i. Then we have u. U is like making this shape, but only half. So you start here, tomeru, and then the second stroke, harau. 1 and 2, u, u. Then we have e, okay? 1, tomeru, 2, tomeru. This is very, it reminds me of cursive, like a cursive H. 1, and then 2. This is e, e. And finally, we have the o. We have 1. Oh, sorry, my stylus is moving. 2, harau, and then 3, tomeru. So tomeru, you go down and then pull all the way here, harau, and then the third stroke here. It should be possible for you to put a circle right here. Be very careful because most people do this. Yes, you can put a circle, but the other way. So don't do that, okay? Here, and then you pull like that. Okay, this is O. Yes, very good. Yeah, very nice. Okay, we have I-U-E-O. Oh, we have time for more. We have ka. This is ka. This is 1, haneru, and then 2, tomeru, and then 3, tomeru. Once more, ka, haneru, 2, tomeru, 3, tomeru. If you can see, this part is almost not completely down. It's like coming all the way to the left side. Okay? So if you do this, this will be just straight down and correct. You need to go up to here. Okay? So this is ka, like this. Ka. And then we have ki. Now look at the difference between the GIF and what I have here on the right side. What is the difference? Yeah, sorry?
The curve.
Yes,
curve.
It is one stroke together. So why do I use this one? it should be like this here on the right, 4 strokes. But sometimes the typography is different. The font that we're using is different. Why is this 3 strokes? Because a long time ago, yeah, we used to write with ink, and the ink joined together from one stroke to the next, yeah, and it looked like one complete stroke when it was in fact 4. So we have 1, 2 Tomeru, 3 Haneru with a hook here, and then 4. It should be possible for you to do this. Okay, so if you do this, and then here, it is not correct. Because look what will happen if you put it together. It looks weird. Okay, this is key. To compensate for difficulty, this is good. Yay! This is less than. Finished. Cool. And then we have another parenthesis for que, but with 1 extra stroke. We have here Haneru, 2 Tomeru, 3 Harau. This is que. And the last one is ko. This is 1 Haneru, 2 Tomeru. Now here, there is another version that does this. The same thing with ki happen. It's up to here, but then the ink like bled together to the second stroke. Okay, so sometimes you want to find the Z letter, and there is no Z, this is ko. Okay, so here and here. It should be possible for you to join them together like this. Okay, kaki ku ke ko. So we have a, I, u, e, o. Ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. これは何ですか？
き、
き、
はい。これは？
あ、
これは？
か、
か、
これは？
い、
い、
これは？
え、
え、
これは？
く、
く、
これは？
お、
これは？
こ、
お。これは？
う、
う、
はい。これは？はい。Sorry. Well, last one, okay?
け、
And
け、
then this one?
あき、
あき、
Yes. Aki. Then this one?
かこ、
かこ、
And this one?
い
い
け、
け、
And then this one?
えき、
えき、
And this one?
かく、
かこ、
And this one?
お
おか、
あか、
Oka or Aka?
おか、
おか、
Yes. Okay. This one?
うえ、
う、うえ、
Yes. This one?
青い、
青い、
Okay. So with vocabulary here, now that you can write it, what is it? So love, how do you write that? How do you read that?
again?
あい、
Love. Yes, love. Now blue.
青い、
Now
Oh, we can
house.
make it bigger. Nice.
What? Sorry?
Sorry, I didn't know that I can make it bigger. I mean, my phone.
Okay.
Elsa.
Yeah, you can make the screen bigger. Yes. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Warehouse. Yeah. And then we have many.
青い、青い、
Oi.
青い、
Oi.
おい、
Oi. Careful. Aoi is blue. Oi is many. We have 3 like beats. O, I. Yes. And then
Oi.
A, O, I. Oi. Yes. Great. And then we have up.
おえ、
Ue.
And then we have no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the difference between house and no?
longer I.
Yeah.
Yes. 2 beats. E, E, and then no, 3 beats. E, E. Yes? Okay. Then we have red.
Akai.
赤い、
And then we have a voice.
Koi.
Koi.
And now station.
Eki.
X.
And then we have hill.
Oka.
Oka.
And then we have to write something.
Kaku.
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 And finally here.
Koko.
Koko.
Ko.
Yes. Okay. Any questions that you have up to here?
No?
No? Perfect. So with each material that we have, we also send you grammar notes and all the information that we review during the class. After each class, we send it to you. And we upload also, every class is recorded, so you can review it later. And it's also uploaded as soon as we have the video. It can be, the video sometimes takes a little bit in the process. It can be between half an hour and 24 hours. So when we finish our class, like just now, the material is uploaded into Classroom, Google Classroom. And when the video is ready, we post the video there as well, and you can review the class. If you didn't have the time, or if sometimes you couldn't assist, or your internet connection wasn't very good, you can see the video later. And the video, you can download it and keep it. Also the material, you can download the material and keep it for yourself. And also, after we finish the class, we assign the fukushu, the review, the homework. Okay? And this concludes our lesson. Okay? ここまでにします。皆さん、よくできました。You did very, very well. After we finish the class, we say ありがとうございます。
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 こちらこそありがとうございます。
Perfecto. Perfecto. ¿Qué les pareció, muchachos, la clase?
Excellent.
Mucha información. Mucha información.
Perfecto, perfecto. Bien, sí, pues vean toda la información, todo lo que podemos aprender pues en una clase, ¿verdad? La idea es que ustedes al terminar su primer nivel, pues obtengan esa seguridad de poder, primeramente agarrar fluidez, porque yo creo que una de las cosas más importantes en un idioma es tener esa seguridad de poder hablar, ¿verdad? Entonces, pues qué bueno que les gustó. ¿Algún comentario que tengan? ¿Preguntas, muchachos?
Yo sí tengo una pregunta, nada más preguntarse que esto es 4 niveles, ¿cierto?
Bueno,
total.
mira, el nivel, son 9 niveles en total, como ahorita les explicó la maestra Alma.
9 niveles.
Son 9 niveles. Cada nivel, o sea, cada nivel es de 4 meses, ¿sí? Al terminar por ejemplo, tus primeros 4 meses, el objetivo principal es que obtengas fluidez. Que tú hables, obviamente, todos los niveles, como lo mencionó la maestra Alma, es que ustedes aprendan habilidades. O sea, cómo van a usar las cosas. Siempre les ponemos una cuestión situacional, ¿verdad? Oye, yo estoy aprendiendo esta gramática pues para presentarme. Estoy aprendiendo esta gramática para utilizarlo ya sea para ir a alguna tienda, ir al hotel, un restaurante, pedir eso. Siempre hay un objetivo. ¿Por qué? Porque obviamente si a ti te interesa hacer algo, pues obviamente es más interesante aprenderlo, ¿no? Y cada 3 niveles obviamente se completa un año. Al terminar tu primer año, lo que vas a obtener es, puedes irte a Japón, ya tienes el japonés elemental básico para poder comunicarte y puedes obtener tu primera certificación oficial de japonés. Al terminar tu segundo año, tus siguientes 3 niveles, si tú quieres continuar, estarás preparado para tener japonés de vida diaria más profundo, puedes hacer diálogos más profundos y al terminar tu tercer año, ya tienes lo que viene siendo oficina y trabajo. Entonces, el curso te lleva desde lo más básico hasta que tú te puedas desempeñar perfectamente en el japonés. ¿Sí? Les comento, hay personas como el aprendizaje de un idioma, pues es una cuestión creativa. Hay personas que inclusive desde la segunda, tercera clase ya empiezan a embonar sus oraciones, como ahorita ustedes lo vieron, ¿sí? Aquí la cuestión es de que aprendes el idioma, es como cuando aprendes la metodología está diseñada como que tú aprendiste tu idioma nativo. Vas aprendiendo frases donde las voy a utilizar, ¿no? Por ejemplo, que dices mamá, papá, dame, y lo empiezas a utilizar poco a poco y vas agregando más palabras, adjetivos, descripciones. Entonces, es la manera que nosotros aprendemos el idioma. Y te lo garantizamos, y te digo, en un año tú ya te puedes ir a Japón. Bueno, aparte, les comento, yo lo hice, solamente con el nivel 5 yo me transporté bastante bien en Japón, estuve en hoteles, estuve en una escuela, fui al cine, fui al teatro, me transporté en el Shinkansen, estuve en el metro, etcétera, etcétera. Entonces, yo en lo personal a mí me sirvió bastante, solamente con el primer año. Entonces, no sé, ¿alguna otra duda que tengan? ¿Alguna pregunta más? Yo les quiero compartir ustedes, déjenme ver si puedo hacer esto. A ver, me dicen si les aparece. A ver, déjenme ver la presentación.
Listo.
¿Sí les aparece?
Sí.
Bueno, bien. Y díganme, ¿alguna otra pregunta que tengan?
¿No?
Bueno, miren, a ver, dime, adelante, perdón.
La profesora me comentaba acerca de que se puede tomar un examen para saber en qué nivel puedo ingresar si ya tengo conocimientos previos.
Ah, exacto, sí. Si ya tienen conocimientos previos, sí, se les pone un examen de ubicación, ¿verdad? Y ya dependiendo del resultado, pues obviamente ya te ubicamos en algunos de los niveles. Una de las cosas que les quiero comentar es que JCSakura es una escuela especializada en japonés, entonces tenemos más de 48 grupos, entonces tenemos horarios toda la semana, creo que excepción de lunes, pero toda la semana, entonces dependiendo del resultado que tú tengas, pues obviamente vamos a ver una gran diversidad de horarios en los que tú puedes ingresar. Si gustas, ahorita que estés en el grupo de WhatsApp, puedes mandar un mensaje y te contactamos a ti en particular para programar un examen de ubicación. ¿Qué te parece?
Sí me parece bien, solo que sí me gustaría conocer antes como los precios, los cursos y
Claro.
los horarios, porque si el nivel en el que estoy no se da en algún horario en el que lo pueda tomar, pues sí, es como que...
Sí, primeramente, sí, exacto. Primeramente, obviamente te mandaríamos la información por WhatsApp y también te mandaría, programaremos el examen de ubicación. El examen de ubicación no tiene costo, es en línea. En este momento es en línea, pues sería en línea. ¿Tú estás aquí en Monterrey o estás en otra ciudad?
Actualmente radico acá en Monterrey.
Oh, perfecto, perfecto. No alcanzo a ver tu nombre. ¿Cuál es?
Disculpe, Ricardo González Cerón. Me parece que
Ricardo,
aparece como
gracias.
Ricardo Glés o algo así.
Ok, gracias, Ricardo. Bien, miren, déjenme, les voy a poner aquí la presentación. Bueno, primero que nada, a todos ustedes que asistieron a esta clase de cortesía, tienen un 70% de descuento en la inscripción. Es la promoción que tienen ustedes. Además, van a tener 6 meses con el 20% de descuento. 6 meses con el 20% de descuento. Y si se inscriben el día de hoy, van a tener 2 meses con el 20% de descuento adicional. O sea, en total, 8 meses. Si el día de hoy no se inscriben, pero si el día de mañana, serían solamente los 6 meses con el 70% de descuento. Si los que quieran inscribirse el día de hoy, en el grupo de WhatsApp nos pueden enviar ahorita que desean inscribirse, la información, y con todo gusto ahorita, las chicas de ventas nos van a estar ayudando para pasarles toda la información que requieran adicional. ¿Qué les parece? Les voy a quitar la presentación. Perfecto. Perfecto. Karen, ¿animada ya a ingresar?
Sí, bastante. Ya lo
Perfecto.
extrañaba.
Excelente, excelente. Muy bien, muy bien. Iván, ¿te animas?
Sí, está un padre.
Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. Alma, pues muchísimas gracias, la verdad. Alma precisamente es la que lleva todo el proyecto de la metodología. Entonces, pues obviamente, ¿quién mejor que ella que les pueda dar la primera clase muestra para que vean todo el potencial que pueden alcanzar con nuestra metodología? Bien, muchachos, si pues no hay ninguna otra pregunta, les comento, pueden pasarse ahorita al WhatsApp y con todo gusto, todos los que ya saben que quiero separar o quiero tener información para inscribir hoy mismo o para inscribir el día de mañana, perfecto. Ahorita están contestándoles y en este mismo momento les dan toda la información necesaria para que ustedes puedan separar sus lugares. No es necesario hacer el pago total, simplemente pueden separar con una cantidad de 600 pesos si así lo desean. Pero ahí les van a pasar toda la información que ustedes requieran. ¿Sale? Bien, muchachos, pues a nombre de todo el equipo de JCSakura, de la maestra Alma Rojas y de su servidor Manuel Galván, pues bueno, les agradecemos infinitamente que hayan estado aquí con nosotros y estaremos en contacto y nos ponemos a sus órdenes para darles todos los grandes beneficios que pueden tener aquí en JCSakura. No solamente el aprendizaje, también hay otras experiencias que pueden tener aquí en JCSakura. Recuerden, tenemos 14 años impartiendo el idioma japonés aquí en el norte del país. Bueno, pues que tengan buenas noches. Nos vemos pronto. Mátane.
Mátane. Oyasumi.
Mátane.
Oyasumi.
Arigato, Alma.
Ay, oyasumi.